What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. You know what? I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. Last week, I didn't tell y'all this because it actually happened while I was recording, but I messed up my left foot, my driving foot, my do everything foot. I messed it up. I don't know what happened. So I've been out like for a week. I've been like just sitting, looking at the wall. Well, I've had a lot of time to do things. Thankfully, I was able to sit and get things done. But I will never take for granted my foot no more. But yeah, that didn't stop me from going out and getting me my Powerball tickets. But alright, I don't know if y'all didn't know yet, but I didn't win. Did nobody win? But on Wednesday, when they draw again for that 1.3 billion, well, it's really not 1.3 billion because Uncle Sam got to get his cut and then blah, 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 blah. $500,000, that ain't bad either. But if I don't win and one of y'all win out there, share with your girl. If I win, you will hear from me with further instructions. Okay. Down below in the comments, I would love to know, did you get some tickets? I would love to know that. And what would you do with your winnings if you won? I posted it over on Instagram. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at MissTP90. And I posted a video. I rarely post videos on Instagram, but I want to be more interactive with you guys. So if you're on Instagram, make sure to follow me and hit me up and I'll check you out and see if I want to follow you back, okay? Because I love interaction. Please believe I did not forget about those thumbs up. Make sure to thumbs up this video. That lets me know that you want me to review the next episode because honey Nene gonna be back on the next episode, bitch. Also, make sure to get it popping with feature points, okay? I talk about feature points every single video. It's super easy. Download the app, play the games, cash in your points, and then you get like PayPal, credit, Amazon, gift cards, all that good stuff. If you don't like cash, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'm trying to hook y'all up with things that are free. Boom! And yes, the January Lose It Challenge, you know, since my foot was out and I was trying to get everything together, it took me like a couple days to answer my emails. So while I'm responding to emails, you can still get it popping and send me an email if you would like to be a part of the January Lose It Challenge. If you need like meal plans, workouts, one-on-one with your girl, and I also do video content that I'm really excited about, but it's only for the participants. If you're not a participant, you don't see it. I'm sorry. The new deadline date is going to be on January the 15th. So this Friday is the deadline date, the official deadline date, and I think that's pretty good. The 15th, 15, 30, 37, is it 38? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The January the 15th. In that we are discussing the Real Housewives, I want to say big old congratulations to Demetria and Roger Bob for their engagement. Shout out to all of the blogs who said his longtime girlfriend. That's just shade. And also, congrats to Candy Cane and Todd for their new addition, the baby boy in the family. I think that's so sweet. I love babies. I love fresh babies. I do want kids, but I don't want a baby anytime soon. But I think that is so cute. I love fresh, under the neck, smell good babies. Yes. Let's go ahead and get into this episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, darling. Yes. We were just talking about Candy Cane, and Mama Joyce. They go to the little baby's aura. Candy is saying that Mama Joyce has come a long way with, you know, everybody, including Todd and everybody, because she's had a run-in with everybody. Maybe she done got a little boy toy to play with her little... Okay. Candy Cane has been prepping all these new dildos and restaurants and all this stuff, and she hasn't even prepped for the little baby's room. Ma'am! Mama Joyce wants to be in the new little baby's life, and Candy's like, well, I'm surprised because she wasn't in Riley's life. And I'm like, Candy Cane, girl, things change. You had Riley over 60 years ago. Like, ma'am. Now, this was the funny part. I peeped this. When they first walked into that store, the lady was like, okay, what are you looking for? Nice. So Candy sits down and she like, you know what? I want everything fabulous. I really don't care about, you know, long lasting. I want to see some stuff. Next thing you know, little Piper brought out some books, color swatches. I peeped that. And he was like, shit, I got money. Show me some books. Mama Joyce brought up Phaedra. So what's going on with you and Phaedra? Mama Joyce was like, well, maybe I need to talk to Phaedra. Candy was like, no. I see what a protective mama bear that Mama Joyce is, but sometimes you just gotta slow your roll. Slow down. We in the D. It's so cold in the D. But anyway, we're in Detroit with Kenya, Aunt Lori, and Brandon. They done touched down. It's time for the family reunion. But they not doing this. Kenya is there to repair past, present, and future relationships and to end the dysfunction. I said, yes, Iyanla, fix it. Whoa. So we get some further tea about Kenya's mama. We already knew that Kenya's mama was like, bye, bitch. But we did not know, well, I didn't know that Aunt Lori is Kenya's mama's older sister and knew all about the tea, know a phone number, know everything, and didn't even give it to Kenya because she didn't want to have any discord happen in the family. I can understand you didn't want to soul food. Oh, I smell some bullshit brewing. Lori is like, look at here. I'm here for the reunion. It's going to be cute. I'll bring a plate. But as far as bringing your mama into this, I'm bidding. I'm not in it. Deuces. Damn. And the rest of the family feels the same way. Who is Kenya's mama? Voldemort? Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to get into that later when I talk about when Kenya mama didn't come to the door. We saw you at the door. Uh-oh. Peter Mackin? Oh, shit. Peter done told Cynthia, you better pack you a bag, man. Pack to have a good time, man. We going somewhere. We going to the airport. I'm going to see you when we get there. Boombastic. Boom, boom, boom. Cynthia is enlisting the help of, what's her baby name? Zael. Noelle, yes, she's enlisting the help of her. And she was like, Noelle, I don't know what to do, what to bring, I don't know. And she was like, well, Mom, what did he say? Well, he said to dress to have fun. Girl, he said dress, bring some little sexy little dresses and everything else you don't need, girl. He don't want you to be in no clothes. You going somewhere exotic, girl. Go with it, girl, go with it. Oh, they did a flashback of Leon. Oh, I want to exhale. I just needed an excuse to, Leon, even his new little old man part, I like it. It's time for a semi-mini reunion with Kenya, her daddy, her stepmama, and the little nephew. I was like, that's a little, okay. Won't he do it? Yes, bring them together, Jesus. Yes. We're with Porsha at the gym. Oh my God, I want Porsha's workout routine. Actually, I want DP, her trainer. Yeah, hello, hi. For real though, even though Porsha is like, hey, my tits are insured, but everything else we're gonna see. She said that booty was cornbread fed. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna take her word for it, but I love that waist to hip to ass ratio that she had. Love it. I want that for the summertime. I'm gonna get that. I am. She tells her sister Lauren to come so that they can discuss some business. Porsha, you gonna have to hire some extra help, Puddin'. I mean, Lauren, she is pregnant. You can still do stuff, but you just can't be on everybody's beck and call like that. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more sensitive. And same with little Lauren, baby. You just can't be any and everywhere. You still got a job, Hopper. But it didn't go like that. They were going, Lauren was like, my husband got 2 jobs. I don't have to be here. Everybody hates Chris. And then Porsha was like, well, what the hell else you doing, boo? I said, ooh. Laura was like, well, if I'm not here, who else gonna run your businesses and not take all your money? I said, ooh, that's a good point. But don't drop them balls, girl. You keep dropping the ball, ain't nobody gonna have no money. So they start arguing again. And then the point was brought up about Lauren being in coach when they travel. I said, yeah. Have y'all noticed if you ever arguing with somebody and they like, well, I really don't care. Well, why the hell you bring it up? Apparently, you didn't like it. Lauren, at the end of the day, she doesn't feel appreciated. And she's preggers. And she's like, oh my God. Porsha, she probably feels the type of way because her sister is preggers. And she just want to get the work done at the end of the day. Mama Joyce goes to see Fei Fei during business hours. They have an awkward little chit chat. It was very awkward. Like, I heard pins drop. Phaedra just goes right in. So what brings you here today? One thing I love about Mama Joy, she just dived right in Trey Songz. I just want to know what happened between you and my little candy cane. Phaedra is a liar. She knows how to take you all the way up here, bring you back over here, take you this way, and make you think like, really? That happened? But Mama Joy, she ain't about that bullshit. She was like, look at here. Candace is going through a real extra pregnancy. She old and she need to have this baby as healthy as possible. If you hurt my baby, I'ma choke your ass. Understand? Phaedra was like, yeah, we'll make sure nothing happens there. She was like, good. Now I also need some help with this baby shower. AKA, can you do the whole thing? Porsha goes to see her sister and straightens everything out. Good looking out from Fei Fei. She can be good when she want to be. Talk some sense into Porsha, basically saying, girl, this is your sister. Work it out. That was petty. Bye. Oh, Porsha, Lord, she was eating that fruit tray. That fruit tray was about gone. We could tell that was a thorn in Porsha's side. But Porsha, you'll have a baby when the time is right. This family tour on the bus time. Then your daddy gave her some more tea on why her mama left her in the first place, and it was to appease her daddy. Her daddy kept telling her on this tour, look, you better leave it alone, boo. Leave it alone. She was like, Daddy, I understand, but this is my mama. Can I just have this one last shot? I was like, yes, let the baby have a one last shot. I know it's heartbreaking every time you see it, but this is something that she has to deal with. She needs closure. She goes to the door by herself. This is when you know this is serious, when Bravo blur out everything. Her mama locked the door on her. That was heartbreaking. I was like, oh no. At least she tried it. At the end of the day, that's all she could say is, I tried to talk to my mother. She didn't want to talk to me, and I'm gonna leave it alone. At one point, I just want to shake Kenya, and then on the other point, it makes me want to root for her at the same time, because it's like, girl, you can fix this if you really want to. But that was heartbreaking, that whole scene. I was like, damn, Kenya. Phaedra finally goes to see Tide about this ding dang video. I was so pissed with this video. Girl, can you just post this to YouTube so that people can see it? Because this video, how many years ago was this? 5? Then she ends up in the confessional saying, this is not gonna be released, but I'm gonna give him his money. I'll be damned. Oh no, I'm gonna get my return back, or I'm gonna at least get half of it. Shit. What? When she said, you know what, I'm gonna do this and go ahead and give this man his money because this is possibly the only job that Ty got right now. I was done. $8,000 though? You could tell Faye didn't want to cut that check. You could tell this is good. She was like, ooh, tomorrow I'm gonna talk to my accountant and I'm gonna cut that check. Ty was like, amen, thank you. It's time for the reunion for real. They got t-shirts. They got pictures. They got the uncles with the missing teeth. They got plates coming in. They at somebody's house. I said, ooh, okay. Y'all are really trying to do a family reunion for real. They done prayed over everybody. They excited. Kenya's like, oh my God, no, happy day. And then she looking around and she like, this only my daddy's side of the family. Where my mama side? Aunt Lori? Aunt Lori, she left. I said, what? Aunt Lori left? Yo, right? Aunt Lori, I am very disappointed in you, Aunt Lori. Aunt Lori, have y'all noticed this at family reunions? It's either one person who didn't bring what they were supposed to bring, the other person who brought the wrong t-shirts, the third person who somebody did not get the photographer, or somebody left altogether and their family didn't show up, and then you can't do the family tree. It's things that happen like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It happens. So Kenya, don't feel bad. Everybody family reunion is semi-fucked up. You know what, with Kenya, and she had this revelation, and another family member told her this as well. You have to love who loves you right now. You can't be worried about people who don't want to fuck with you. You can't. And that's to anybody out there as well. You cannot be focused on people who don't want to mess with you, or people who treat you bad, take advantage of you, or selfish. You got to cut that type of stuff off and keep it moving. You can't worry about people who don't pay you no mind. You can't worry about that. You can't worry about people who drain you. You can't worry about those type of people. You have to worry about you and who loves you and feed into them so that they can feed into you. So baby, that was the episode, honey. Down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you think about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta? What did you think about Kenya's family reunion? Did y'all peep on the shirts? It said Kenya something. I didn't read that, but I was like, Kenya, this ain't about you. It's not. How do your family reunions go? What'd you think about Todd and Faye finally burying this? And Nene Leakes will be back next week. What you think about that? Make sure to comment down below so that you have a chance to get a shout out on next week's review. Big old shout outs to Star K. Shout out to you, mama. Shout out to Michael 1990. That was a good year. It was. Shout out to Jazzy Nicole. Tanya Nicole, I love your mom. Shout out to Afia, the diva. Shout out to Carzy Carter. Shout out to Shell Shack. Shout out to Aisha Edwards, and that's Aisha with 2 A's in the beginning. Bloop. And Prim Pat 3. Thank you guys so much for commenting. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.